Welcome to the Work Wives and Real Lives podcast. I'm Katie.
And I'm Ava. We're two best friends and coworkers spilling the tea on business, boundaries, and all the beautiful chaos in between.
From workday wins to real life messes, we're talking through it all.
Unfiltered, unpolished, and always putting friendship first.
Think of it as your weekly catch up with your favorite coworker turned soul sister.
So grab your coffee
or your wine
and let's get into it.
Stunning.
What is up, Work Wife fam? It's Ava and Katie back at it.
Wow.
A month later.
Has it been 2? Who knows? I don't even know.
I think it's been, earthquake. It's been exactly a month, I think, since I've put into the ether and have announced my pregnancy.
Cute.
But we are here.
We've been booked and busy.
Yeah, we are booked and busy gals. I'm joined by my lovely co-host, my sister, my confidant, my boss, my partner in crime.
I'm Katie.
My peanut butter to my jelly.
Oh. I'll be peanut butter.
How you doing?
Fine.
I'll be anything.
How are you doing? That's the more important question.
I'm actually doing better. So I'm in my second trimester now, and hi, my name's Ava. I'm pregnant. If you're new to the space, I am doing better mentally, emotionally. There was a brief moment, and who knows, it might come back. Things change by the second, by the minute over here. A brief little hiccup of depression, but we're fine. We're doing good. Yeah. And, shout out to the mamas out there, my postpartum gals, anyone going through it. One day you're up, one second you're down. And it's just a roller coaster of emotions, and who knows what you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
It never ends.
It never ends. No, it does not. No. So, we're here. We're busy, which is good. Life is happening full speed, or as the kids are saying, full send. I don't know if that is the same thing, but
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know that means full speed. I think it's all in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'll let's chat later. Well, good. I'm glad you're pregnant and that's going well for you besides the depression. But you know what? You pushed through and you did.
Yes, I powered through and I'm still powering through. But yeah, taking it day by day and not trying to put too much pressure on myself. I think it was more the fact that I'm seeing it's social media. Social media is the worst.
Get off it.
Yeah, I try my hardest. That's why you don't see me post anything. And then
so we have no followers besides you blessed people who are watching because
exactly.
Ava doesn't post on social media. No, I'm kidding.
I do not.
That's why we hired a social media person because we didn't want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But, there's mom and girls out there that love being pregnant, have nothing but great thing glow during their pregnancy.
They do that for 30 seconds while they film something, and then they look like normal humans.
Yes. It's quite the challenge to adjust to, even though for someone that has wanted this forever, and had been trying for over a year, and it finally happens, and it's like, oh, I'm not ready, like mentally, emotionally, physically. It's hard to watch my body change every single day, especially in my line of work. It's hard to experience what I can't do anymore. And I think too, I was taking your class when I was in town, and you're like, "Did I do okay? Did you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it was great." You're like, "Oh, I couldn't tell by your face." I was just fully experiencing for the first time that I can't hold a plank anymore. Like, that was depressing for me.
Excuse me, Hans.
Yeah, my children are really at it today. They're really testing me.
Mine's screaming.
So are yours.
Oh, there we
Everyone's
go.
on one. Everyone's on one today. But yeah,
You know
but I
what's
did get a
interesting is, like, you have a very different experience with your body changing than I did
mhm,
because you still are, but, like, fitness model essentially. And I was just always fat, so I was like,
no,
it's an excuse. So I loved being pregnant because it was I finally looked cute as a fat person instead of gross.
no, I look
I could
like
eat my burritos without judgment.
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Um, I did get a very beautiful compliment by a client today,
Oh.
and she came up to me after class. She's like, "Can I give you a compliment?" I'm like, "Please do," because I don't get
But
good
also be
compliments.
careful with that because sometimes they're not good compliments that you get.
Yes, I do get, which we'll get into, but this was a truly a good compliment. She's like, "Your latissimus dorsi in the back is
Oh,
beautiful." I was like, "Oh,
I mean, she's not wrong.
please say more. Tell me more." She's, "Oh, I think it was just your open back top that I had today and it was showing my back." I'm like, "Yeah, she
Yeah.
still got it. She still got a little something
From the
holding
back,
on to."
you would not know you're pregnant. That's the beauty of being pregnant. And
Yeah.
then you flip around, you're like, "Whoa,
Whoop, there's a belly.
here's belly."
Yes. Unlike
Garrett,
some
I'm literally filming.
oh, we'll get into Garrett.
You've had one fucking
He's on
job
the shit
today.
list. One job. We'll
He's
get
on the
into
shit
the men.
list.
But yeah, besides people coming up to me and asking if I've gained weight or if I'm pregnant, it's been great.
Yeah. Well, I feel
The
like now you
audacity.
you have to be past that phase.
Mhm.
Like, I've seen the belly, and
Yeah.
if people aren't sure now,
Yeah.
they're
It
incorrect.
was just the last time I was in California, which was like literally my body has changed so much in the last
Yeah, you
2
popped.
weeks. Yeah, I
Yeah.
popped like real fast in the last 2 weeks, but when I was out there, it was yeah, the comments, they really got to me. I think that's what put me into a spiral mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
Well, enough about me. Let's chat about tell me how your heart is, my friend. How's
It
your
is
heart right
full
now?
of rage.
It's full of rage. Say more. Tell us more. What is going on in your life?
So, my husband, some of you know, did a fly just no, it's a bubble. Is a CPA. So the last month of my life has been hell. I've been doing like all the parenting, all the things. I knew this when I married him. I signed up for it. We're not complaining. But the deal is that after I am on break, he steps up. Well, that has not happened. Today, he had to go. So they have like a office like subscription like rental program. Like they're all remote, but then they can go to like I think it's called Spaces. It's kind of WeWork. They can go when they need to and run a space to meet up. So he had to fire someone, and so he had this person meet him at the office at 9 a.m. I had to take my daughter to a doctor appointment all the way down in Newport Beach, which is it was like a half a mile from my office. Drive her all the way back to Orange and go back to my office. He took my son to school and then went to his office. I want an update to make sure like everything went fine. He's alive and well, whatever. 2 hours later, he finally calls me back. And he's just like, oh, that was just like so emotionally draining. I was like, well, do you feel like a weight's lifted? He's like, no, I'm just like, oh, deal with it. Like, and the other guy took it fine. Like, I was like, what's the
Yeah,
problem? "Well, I just got so much work to do now." I'm like, well, tough shit. Like, that's life. And so
that's
then I go to Pilates and he calls me when I'm at Pilates, so I call him when I'm done. I can tell he's in the car, but the one thing I had asked him to do because I realized as my daughter and I were getting ready to leave for the doctor appointment, which we were already running late for, that pepper had not been let out. And of course, I take a lot longer to get ready for work than he does. So I'm always getting ready. He's supposed to be doing the things. He puts on like joggers and a t-shirt and a hat and calls it a day. I have to do a whole like business professional office look every day. So he's supposed to be, I got up, I put laundry in the washing machine because our house manager's been out sick. I unloaded a dishwasher load, put a new one in. I got both kids breakfast. I fed the dog. He had to get the kids dressed and he had to let the dog out because she doesn't like to go out first thing in the morning. She likes to
Yeah.
take her time. She wants to have her cookie first. She's like, it's a whole situation.
She's very particular.
She is. She has a routine,
Yeah, we
obviously.
all do.
So I peek my head out 10 minutes before I have to leave. My daughter's still sitting at the kitchen table with him. He's just staring down at his phone watching stupid videos. She's watching her iPad. She's finished breakfast 20 minutes ago, probably at this point. Hasn't
Yeah.
started getting dressed yet. Wyatt, go get dressed. Like, what are you doing? I was like, Garrett, can you not parent for like 10 minutes? Like, I'm trying to get ready.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I didn't realize she was still sitting here. I'm like, she's 2 feet from you. Like, what?
She is a very silent individual.
She is silent. It was with Jamie, I think, somewhere. I think we're like, I was at the studio with me in the lobby, and like, me and I were just talking, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't talk about that in front of her, whatever it was. And she's like, oh, I didn't realize she was here. She was so quiet. I was like, I know.
Yeah. She's stealth.
She is. So, whatever. I'm getting ready to leave, and I realize all the doors to the outside are still locked, which means that the dog has not been let out. So, I let her out, and he has like literally 3 jobs in this house. It is to take the trash cans out on Sunday, which every Monday morning when I leave to go teach 6 a.m., I have to text him, hey, make sure you take the trash cans out. They're not out yet. And one of the bins comes super early, or one of the trucks, like, I think it's the landscaping truck, or it's like one of them
Mhm.
comes super early. And then pick up the dog waste in the backyard. Basically the outside chores.
Yeah.
Me and the house manager have everything inside covered. So, and then he has to deal with the chickens. So I go out back to like quickly let her out. There is dog shit literally everywhere. It's disgusting. And I'm like,
Mm.
gross. So I text him and I was like, when you come back, you need to pick up the dog poop. Like, it's so bad. And um whatever. So then he calls me when I'm done with Pilates, and I can tell he's in the car, and I'm like, "Hey, did you pick up the dog poop?" And he's like, "Oh, no, I forgot." I was, "Where are you going right now? Like, you're not home yet?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on my way to go hit golf balls." And I'm like,
He had to decompress from his
he was so
morning.
he was so stressed out. He was like, earlier when I had spoken with him, he was like, "I feel like getting a kidney stone. Like, it's just so stressful." And like, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah. I'm
jeez.
just like, the drama of firing someone. And granted, this was his first person he's ever fired, but like,
It's a stressful thing. I mean,
it's stressful before, but then, like,
yeah.
especially when it goes okay, you're like,
Yeah.
"Great, weight lifted, moving on with my life." No, it was an
Yeah.
excuse for him to go hit golf balls. Oh, whatever. Then I'm in meetings, and Wyatt was supposed to go to this, like, athletic training place, and our friends who were gonna pick her up at our house to take her, whose daughter was also going, texted at, like, 3:45, and the dad was like, "Hey, I'm leaving work right now. Can I swing by and pick up Wyatt if she's ready on the way home?" I get notifications when she's checked in and out of school, and so I know that she's not been checked out yet. And I try calling Garrett, doesn't answer. And then I go and
Yes.
find my friends, and he's at the golf course still. This is like 2.5 hours later when you're supposed to be just
Man.
going to the driving range. Like, no one goes to the driving range for over 2 hours. Like, you either played half of a round or you are at the bar. So I text back. I'm like, well, considering he hasn't responded and he's still at the golf course, which is 45 plus minutes
That's
away from
pretty
where
far.
the kids' school is, I'm guessing she's not at home and ready to go. So I leave work early to rush out. Keep in mind, I got to work late because I had to take her to her doctor appointment and rush to meet them. They meet us at the school. They had to bring her clothes because she was just wearing her school uniform. The audacity. I'm like,
So
you,
what do the children do when they haven't been checked out? Do they just, like, play
well, they
somewhere?
have like, well, they have after school care.
Okay.
So if they're not picked up by a certain time, they go to after, which my kids go to after school almost every day. Like, he never picks them up like right at 3:15,
Yeah.
but he usually picks up around 4:30. Well, if we have an event, you pick up earlier. Like, that's just
Common
how
sense.
being a parent works.
Yeah.
And that did not happen. And so then he finally calls me like 20-ish minutes after I left work. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, what's up? I read your text messages, I see." And he's like,
Yeah.
"What's going on?" I was like, "You were supposed to take Wyatt to the sink today." And well, he had said he wanted to go to her first one, but then the other day, I can just bring her if he wants to because it's kind of far. So he was like, you don't have to both drive her cars, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, I didn't know that was today. I was like, we discussed that you said you couldn't take her until after tax season. And it is now like, what, 2 weeks after tax season, and she's still not gone. And this had always been a discussion. She was going to go on Tuesdays because they have football practice Mondays. Her friend has soccer Wednesdays. She has horseback riding Thursdays, and they have a football game Friday. Like Tuesday's the only day that
She's
works.
booked and busy, that one.
Right. We're booked and busy. So like Tuesdays was always the day. You had some excuse. Like, oh, you said you had appointments till 4 and you couldn't take her last week. And then whatever. So,
Is he alive?
well, yeah, he's screaming. He's having a screaming match with my 5-year-old. So he's alive for
You
curious
know,
signs.
this is just true. Men could never do anything a woman can.
No, if I was dead, I was telling Ava this earlier when I was venting. I was like, if I was dead, the dog would never be fed because I am the only one that
No.
feeds that dog. And when I travel without him, I am deadly afraid she is going to pass away from starvation because
Mhm.
I swear she maybe gets fed once a day. If I ask him if I'm like out late or something or working late or whatever, like if I'm home, like, oh, did you feed Pepper? He's like, oh, she still had some food left over earlier in the day. So I just didn't feed her more. And I'm like, the
That
dog
doesn't
doesn't
mean
overeat. She
yeah,
will eat when she wants to eat and she eats
yeah.
till she's full. That doesn't mean she's not going to be hungry because she didn't eat her breakfast till 12. Like, she's a picky bitch, okay? We like to eat. We want food available to us when it's
Yeah,
available. The water bowl's always empty.
same.
Like, the kids, he would never be able to manage these schedules. Like,
No. No.
no.
No.
And they would
I
go on no vacations because he plans none of them. So,
truly,
no birthday
truly.
presents, no Christmas
No.
presents, no Christmas presents.
Don't get us started on birthdays.
It's just nothing would happen.
No.
And every day I think if I was a lesbian, how much easier my life would be, and, like, sometimes that makes me really sad.
I know. I know.
So, shout out to the lesbians because you guys figured
Shout
something
out
out.
to our lesbian friends.
Yeah.
We wish we were you.
We wish we were you to deal with men.
Yeah.
And this is why the
I
men of
mean,
the internet hate us.
I know, and I was as Katie was, venting to me about this over the phone before we recorded, I was like, my husband is I have to give him credit, but then she had to bring me back to reality and be like, "He's never home." I'm like,
Yeah. He's
"Yeah,
literally
that's
never
why.
home, so it's great.
That's
You're
why."
basically a
Right.
single girl out on the town being
Yeah.
your house with your dogs,
Yeah.
and just, like,
Yeah.
you have
I
to
do
clean up
all
after
the
just
chores.
yourself. I have to clean up after all of them combined.
Yep. Yep.
And also, let's talk about the video games.
Oh,
So, he got into I think we've discussed this perhaps. He got back into World of Warcraft because of his alleged friends who sucked him into this game that just takes his whole entire world up. So every Sunday they have a raid, and the raid lasted over 4 hours on Sunday. I swear I was asleep. Sunday from 6 o'clock till God knows when. I think I went to bed around 9:30 and he was still playing this game. This raid is going on. So what happens? The trash cans don't get put out. I have to wake up at 4:45 to go teach a class. Trash cans sure as shit are not out.
nope.
His snack plates are left around the house, so I'm picking those up because he has a late night snack.
Yep.
And this is just what I deal with. So now I've implemented a new rule. He is not allowed to play his video games on Sunday until the trash cans are put out and his mess is cleaned up. And this is what it's like being married to a 36-year-old man. It's essentially being married to a 5-year-old toddler because that's
No, it's true.
where we're at.
You have to put perimeters in place. You have to put in rules, regulations. My husband has the same. You need to ask for permission when you do your video games because he will get sucked in for hours. Hours. I'm like, no, I haven't seen you in weeks. Like, and also, I should not be doing the dishes right now. I should not be taking out the dogs. I should not be
Because you do
taking
all
out the trash.
that when
Yeah.
he's gone. And it's also not like you're just a stay-at-home wife that
No.
doesn't work. Like, you have a job too. So
Yeah.
he's not home and working. You are home and working, and you're doing all these other things. He should pick up the slack when he's home.
Yeah.
My
He's
husband should
gotten a
just
lot
pick up
better.
something, a
Yeah,
fork maybe he left behind, a cup, I don't know, just pick up something and put it away. Bare minimum. That's all I'm
bare
asking.
minimum. Yeah.
Wow.
To think at one point in our lives, we were, like, nervous or got the butterflies when we would see them.
Hmm. I don't remember those days at all. It's far behind
That's
me.
too far behind. Too
No,
far behind you.
no.
That is so funny.
And then also, I will have just made the bed or just fluffed the pillows on the couch, and we have
Yeah.
pillows in the two end corners. We have this L-shaped sectional, and then pillows in like the corner. He has to always sit on the pillows. I'm like, you can't sit in the sections in between with no pillows. Right after I fluff them, and he's not getting up and fluffing them when he's done.
No.
He's not doing the karate chop and the fluff and the whole thing.
No, he does not.
He doesn't. And he has no self-awareness about the fact that he's doing this.
Oh, well,
The fact that this man is honestly still alive is mind-boggling.
shocking.
This is the self-control
Shocking.
and respect for humanity that I have in me right now.
Yes. You are not alone. I feel like every wife feels this. Let us know in the comments, work wife fam.
Yeah. Are we alone?
Are we alone? No, no, no. Because we have like completely different situations as far as husbands, and mine is just never around. And
Yeah.
yet this still happens.
Yeah. And the moments he is there, they're all the same. You
Yeah.
know what man I do respect though?
Who?
So, did you watch all the like clips from the White House Correspondents' Dinner with like the
Yes.
so it's the guy that's sitting there
Oh,
eating his, like,
eating.
mashed potatoes still or whatever he was eating, and he's
So
just not a carrot, and then there was a photographer who was taking photos, like, because he was in the press,
yeah.
and had his glass of bourbon with him still as he's acting. I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
those are the men. We respect you men. But the ultimate winner of that night was the woman who was caught on camera taking 2 bottles of
Once
wine off the
again, woman.
tables as they were evacuating. And you know what? We
Yeah.
see you and we appreciate you and your contributions
Cheers.
to the love of vino. So, no notes.
Cheers. No notes. Well done.
Well done.
Our good and faithful friend out there.
Just out there looking for a good time. She was going to the after party. She needed to bring a roadie,
Yeah.
and she brought 2. So that was
You
great.
got to think in those moments of complete terror and unknown, what do you want to have with you? What do you want to die with?
Wine.
Bottles of wine.
Yeah, and mashed potatoes. I don't know that he was eating mashed potatoes, but I, for some reason, am on a mashed potato kick right now. So I just
Are
and feel
you?
it was kind of like colored, so I'm just envisioning it as mashed potatoes. And I am
Quite possibly.
very proud of him. He was just like, "Oh, fuck's given. I'm just gonna sit here and eat my mashed potatoes." Everyone's ducking
There-
and covering around me. He's like, "You know what?
Yeah,
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do it with a potato in my mouth." And you
exactly.
can't blame him.
There comes a point in life where I strive to be that and to hit that in life where I just don't give a F. And
Yeah,
if I'm put in that situation, like, Jesus, take the wheel. Let me enjoy my last meal.
my last meal.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, wow. What a time.
What a time. Well, we didn't prep I just realized an email reading today, but that's okay because we have decided, we being Katie, that we are going to not go 2 hours today. So this is going to be great. And we haven't filmed in so long that we have a lot to
Yes.
catch up on. But
Correct.
I would like to highlight my most recent venture.
Which one?
My series I've started on Instagram where I take
Oh,
photos and submissions of Cybertrucks in the wild. The more obnoxious, the better. And
crazy.
I post them. So if you do have any, and I'm talking like decals, graphics, if it's just the normal silver boring one, don't send it to me. It's just not worthy.
Right.
Weird license plates, obnoxious colors, graphics,
Ones
any,
where you have to
between.
double take and be they specifically asked for this.
Yeah, don't
Like,
send me the
what?
normal silver ones. Those are
No, they're
w
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah,
Still gross,
generic.
but yeah, you have no creativity if you got a normal silver one. But anything else? My greatest one so I've gotten a ton of submissions from New York City. Shout out to the people of New York because apparently, first of all, I would not think that a Cybertruck in New York City is like, who's driving that? And first of all,
It
I can never
does
drive in
not
that
seem
city.
accessible to drive. Yeah, number
No.
1, driving in the city, wild behavior.
And you're driving a Cybertruck. I would have a Mini Cooper. Like I just there's no room in
Yeah,
that city.
no. No,
No.
no, no. Where are you parking?
Where are you truly?
Ugh,
But I have gotten a lot of submissions from New York, and I love that my girlfriend messaged me on Instagram the other day after one of my posts, and she's like, There was this really good one, and I was trying to, like, good in a bad way. I was trying to take a picture of it, but I was driving and I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. And I was like, I appreciate the effort that people are putting into my
the effort.
obsession with
Yes.
these monstrosities.
Yeah.
I was saying monstrosors. Is that a word?
You know, it is
Monstrosities.
today.
We're going to go with it.
Monstrosities. Yep.
I did have one though, and it was a terrible photo because I was literally as I was driving, I had like 0.25 seconds to take the photo. And can you put some of the sweet chili sauce on it? Like, and when a little, I mean a lot. Thank you.
The man of the
Um,
hour,
he's trying to redeem himself.
as he should.
Anywho. But there was like a light pink one, and immediately the first thing I thought of is the Mary Kay
Mary
Cosmetics
Kay.
Cadillacs that they get when they sell $1 million of product or something,
Once upon a time in the early 2000s, that was it.
right?
Everybody and their mother was doing Mary Kay. You remember Avon too?
Yeah.
All of them. I think my mom did Avon, or we always got the little magazines. And I remember I'd go through those and like circle what I wanted for like, my birthday or Christmas. And like it was a big deal.
Yeah, no, I remember Lula Row? Lula
Oh,
what
yes.
was it
Do I
called? The
remember? Yeah,
leggings?
LuLaRoe.
But no,
I
immediately I thought I was like,
I held
"Th"
a party for LuLaRoe once,
I
and
went to my share of LuLaRoe parties. Oh, like
nobody
Pampered Chef, remember that?
nobody came to it, or only my mom and another person came, and then a previous client came, which I will not say.
Well, I already know who you're talking about without even knowing.
Do you?
I just think of who would buy those leggings.
I'll
To be
text
fair,
you.
I did buy I already know who you're talking about. Sorry, I have read previews off, so I have to open my phone. Yeah, yeah, I could have told you that. Yeah, it's clear. I will say their leggings are very soft,
They were very soft, very buttery.
very buttery. I wore them a lot when I was postpartum with Wyatt because I did go to a LuLaRoe
Yeah.
party. But shout out MLMs, you guys just took people's money, bankrupted single moms, like, you're doing it.
Yep.
But yeah, I really think Mary Kay, if are they still in business? I haven't seen the pink Cadillac in a while, but
I will randomly see one in the streets, and it's only in Orange County. It's a huge
mhm.
hit.
I very rarely
Huge
see
hit in
them,
the
but
OC.
they should go for light pink Teslas, Cybertrucks.
Yeah. Um, it's already an unfortunate looking car, but I
Mhm,
feel as though we felt that way when Tesla's the first model came out. And now like cars are slowly starting to like morph into that and or we've just gotten used to that look.
mhm.
So remember this conversation. Cars are gonna morph into more and more those cyber trucks.
God, I hope not. They're
Oh,
the most unfortunate
they
looking
are
cars
very
since
okay.
the
So
FJ Cruiser was just also a tragic car. Do
stop.
you remember the
So
FJ Cruiser?
yes, before I turned 16, I had a list of cars that I wanted as my first car, which are all kind of unfortunate, like PT Cruiser. Uh,
Oh, so ugly. Oh my god.
someone I don't know who, someone in Orange County had a PT Cruiser that also had like wood panels, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Like, so I
Cruising down to the
wanted that.
beach.
Yes, um, a Bug, which I ended up having a VW Bug. God,
Who's got the
rest
little flower.
I had a little
Maybe.
flowers, a
Mm.
convertible. His name was Mr. Norwal from, the movie Elf.
So I also really wanted a convertible bug and I didn't get one. But then when I met Kelsey in college, she had one and it was a butter yellow color,
Cute.
or I don't know if that's what
Yeah.
they called it, but it was kind of that creamy color and it was my
Yes.
dream. It was so cute.
So 2000s. I loved it until it blew up on me on the freeway.
Cute. Were you okay?
Oh, yeah, I was
You didn't need a
fine.
lift. You're here.
I'm here to tell the tale. It started smoking because I didn't know that you're supposed to get oil changes in cars. And so mine just like burned all the way through the transmission. The coolant was leaking onto the transmission, and then it just started firing on the freeway. It was to the point where I was pushing all the way down on the gas pedal just to go like a couple miles per hour on the freeway. There I am, just like cruising in my VW convertible bug.
That's so embarrassing. And also, did your insurance cover that? Because I'm guessing they did not.
You know, I've
Let's use your
completely
air.
blown.
Not, we're not covering that shit.
No, my boyfriend at the time really tried his best in revamping the car and bringing it back to life. So shout out to you if you're watching this.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. You remember that time in life, the good old days.
Good old days.
Good
Pushing a
old
VW
days.
down the freeway.
Yep. Um, but yeah, Mary Kay cars.
Mary Kay, Cybertruck. So if you're into Cybertrucks, follow me. Send me your Cybertrucks in the wild. I want to put them on blast. If you own a Cybertruck, I'm sorry that you are a poor decision maker and I will pray for you. But other than that, if you want an electric car, if you're into the environment, I mean, I have one, so I get it. Rivian is a great option. I don't know anything
Oh,
about the company,
stunning.
but they look normal. They don't
Yeah.
look you have to be the most obnoxious person on the road. And that's what
No.
Cybertruck is giving.
Yeah.
You just know like Kanye West owns a Cybertruck. Like, and I don't even know
I
that
think
for sure,
I
but
feel like there's
he would.
a paparazzi video or photo of him entering or coming out of a Cybertruck. Yeah.
If you own a Cybertruck,
It's
you have
very
made a choice that
futuristic.
you need to stand out and be the person that has like the most obnoxious but like edgy and cool looking car, but really you just look it. So I pray for you and I hope you make better decisions in the future. And we all make mistakes in our life. And I think that's the moral of the story. I've made my share of mistakes, not that one. But to each their own.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Do you think your husband would ever get a Cybertruck?
Oh, hell no.
Does he not like them?
No.
Good.
He has a truck, and yeah, that will be staying for a long time because he spent so much money on
Okay,
that
like
damn
money
thing.
aside though, do you think that he
No, never.
like
He would be
blank
made fun of.
blank checkbook? Okay.
No,
Now his
no,
coworkers are not Cybertruck fans.
n no.
Okay, good.
No, he would be quickly made fun of in the office.
Good. I always sometimes get worried that someone I work with is gonna watch this and, like, think something, and I never talk negatively about any of my current workplace because I really have nothing to say except the guy who shamed me about where me a burrito. But, the
Terrible.
Cybertruck thing came to mind. It was like when I started posting, I was like, "What if someone in my office?" But I was like, "You know what? I've been working there for a year. I've never seen a Cybertruck in our parking lot. So
Watch, you're gonna see one roll up tomorrow.
tomorrow, someone's gonna get one." And I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
but I'm
Oh
gonna have
my
to post it.
gosh.
It's like my civic duty
You're
at
gonna
this
have
point.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
I
I'm
also
like schwitzing over here.
Schwitz.
It got hot all of a sudden. I think my AC turned off. Um, yeah,
Well, I'm proud of you. What an adventure.
it's really I am committed to the cause. And if I post your Cybertruck and you're proud of it, great. You
Go
should be
off.
proud of what you spent an absorbent amount of money on
Yeah.
that looks like that, you know?
Yeah.
So
Could never
that
be
you
me.
you got featured on some negative D level Instagram account. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
I think that's what your husband says. It's from something, though. I
He
can't
does
remember
say
what.
it. Good for you.
Good for you,
Speaking of which, he didn't put enough sweet chili sauce on this chicken bowl.
girl.
Um,
Well, what a
no,
fun time. Wish I had something to share from social media, but as you know.
your pregnancy reveal video. I don't know if we talked about that in the
Yes.
last one. It was so
Yes.
good.
Yes. I have something queued up in my drafts of something else I'll be doing because I was in California. I've been in California twice now since being pregnant. Once, or wait, no, three times. Early January
Yeah,
when I was,
February.
yeah, very freshly pregnant. And then in February when I was just saying adios to my first trimester. And then
Mhm,
a few weeks ago, hitting my second trimester.
mhm.
And I filmed lots of content, lots of videos for Pure Bar. So
Good.
I'm going to be sharing that on the gram of like things I did in my first trimester. And it's just a bunch of my intros to the classes I filmed.
Cute.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm proud of myself for that.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thanks. You know who can never do what we do?
Me,
Our husbands.
truly. I could never film X plus while pregnant, or probably at all. But our husbands cannot even take one class, a 30-minute one.
No, no, no. They would, no, that's too much pressure for their little brains. And speaking of pressure, we are in the process of being homeowners very soon. I guess it's like official. I don't know.
I mean, it's only not going to work out if you find something bad with the house during your
Yeah.
inspection. That's like, they're not going to pay to fix, and then it's just like a absolute, like there's like black toxic
Yeah.
mold or something. We pulled out of a house in escrow once, and
Mm,
it was because it was a flip. It was right before we bought this house. It was the first house
yeah.
during that cycle we were in escrow on, and they had opened up the floor plan, made it like modern farmhouse style, like everyone was doing like a couple years back. And coming from construction background, I asked to see, like, even if you didn't permit it, because whatever,
Yeah.
that's on, you do you. But at least show me like the structural calculations that this like massive beam you put in to take out all of these load bearing walls, like, was calculated to support the weight of the roof. Like, we live in earthquake country. I want to make sure
Mm-hmm.
we're okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't provide that. We
Oh,
had the
dang.
best inspector. They had installed a tankless hot water heater right below the gas meter, which apparently there's some, like, I don't know if it's like a fire hazard. There's something you're not supposed to do with that.
Yeah.
And then she put a marble outside the front door, like on the kind of paved area,
Yeah.
and it rolled straight down into the house. And she's like, if you get a heavy rain, like however they re-sloped the yard when they
Yeah.
flipped it, she's like, if you get a heavy rain, your house is gonna flood. And then
Yikes.
the kicker was, I mean, all of those were like major enough to like be caution items.
Yeah.
They made it seem like the roof was new. Like, I don't think they ever explicitly said it was new, but it was like kind of they use like tricky words around it. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, this roof is super old. They just painted it black. And like they painted the shingles. So
Yikes.
we pulled out of that one, but there's other, like, the other houses we've bought, and there's issues with them, and you negotiate with the sellers on if they're gonna pay for it, or if they're gonna give you credit, or sometimes they're just like,
Yeah.
no, we're not doing anything. Like this house, we got very little credits, but there was 17 offers on it, so we didn't have a lot to like negotiate with.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's like you're good.
Yeah. I think we're good. Um, but man, what a fast 4 days. So
Yeah. Oh
my,
my God. Yeah, that happened in like less than a week.
yeah, less than a week. So on the common theme of what we've been talking about, of our husbands not being able to handle our lives if
Mhm.
roles were reversed. So when I was in California for work, I had been telling him, like, we live on the third floor of an apartment building.
With no
I shared
elevator is an
with no
apartment
elevator,
distinction.
two massive dogs. And so I had shared with him, I was like, hey, like, I don't know how I'm going to physically do this, going up and down these stairs with a newborn, with two massive dogs that need to be walked and have to use the bathroom on a regular basis. Like, what am I going to do before I go to bed and they have to go to the bathroom
And the
at
baby's
like,
sleeping.
yeah, and the baby's sleeping. Like, I can't just leave the apartment and like leave a baby by
Yeah.
itself, you know? He's like, "You'll just strap into you and you'll just go down." I'm like,
Oh, you
"No,
do
sir.
not pick up
You
a
do
sleeping
not."
baby.
No. I was like, "Dude, what?" And so, um, I left for quite some time, like almost 2 weeks, and he was home by himself for a week, which is unheard of. And he called me like 2 or 3 days into him being by himself. He's like, "Yeah, so you're extremely right. Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to do everything on your own." I was like, "Oh, you don't say."
Did you came to that realization?
Glad you came to that realization. So, he was sharing with one of his bosses at work. And he's like, "Well, actually, my wife is a realtor. Like, let me give you her contact information and she'll give you all the details." She is efficient. I love this woman. And Opal, sorry, she's having a bad dream. Poor girlie. Um, she's very efficient, as a realtor should be. She immediately started sending him a bunch of homes. She's like, "Just tell me the locations, what you're wanting, and I'll send you some listings." And of course, like, my husband does not respond to text messages. You're lucky if you get anything.
Why would she text him?
Exactly. Like,
Right?
I feel honored just to get a phone call from him.
Yeah.
So,
Proof of life.
proof of life. Like, yeah. And so I got home and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been in touch with the realtor." I was like, "What? Like, do you want to show me the home she's sending you?" He's like,
2
"Oh
days
yeah,
alone with the dogs, and he was
yeah,
like, "We need a house."
yeah." And so he was showing me some of the stuff, and some of the homes he was showing me are things I've been like looking at on Zillow since for the last few months because this has been in my brain ever since I found out I was pregnant. I was like, I cannot live here with child. And so I was like, "Okay, well, let's schedule a time to, like, meet with her." He's like, "I'll just give you her phone number." And so I texted her right away. I was like, "Hi, it's me, wife
Me,
of man that does not answer."
the decision maker.
Yes, I am the decision maker. Send me all the stuff. This is what we're looking for. These are the areas we wanna be in. We're pregnant. We wanna be in 8 out of 10 school districts, preferably 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
And so obviously, and she's like, "Perfect," and just, like, right away started sending me stuff. I was like, "Perfect," liking all the ones that I wanted that were, like, within what we were looking for, and she's like, "When's his next day off?" I was like, "Huh, well, I really don't know."
obviously.
And so she's like, "I'll check with my husband," and she's like, "Okay, so he has these 2 days off. Can we go look at these listings in those 2 days?" I was like, "Can we do it in 1 day?" Because we just yeah, need to get it done because the next day would be like a day for us to think about things and
Right.
make decisions. Anywho, so we spent a whole day looking at homes. We went all over Knoxville, Tennessee. We saw all different types, all ones I was like, "Yes, immediately no, yes, immediately no." And a lot of them had some acreage, and we thought we were people that wanted to be on pieces of land, which sounds nice, but I
Yeah.
was so happy that his boss came along for the ride with us, with his wife. She's
Yeah.
like, "I can't persuade you on anything because, like, this is your guys' decision."
Yeah.
And he's like, "But I can." He's like, "The last thing you wanna do," he was telling this to my husband, "The last thing you wanna do coming home from a work trip is yard work. I we witnessed it. Like,
Yeah.
these men do not want to work when they are home. They come
Clearly,
home
they
from
can't even do
yeah.
a dish.
No, they come home from work and they go straight to the couch on their phone or go take a nap or on the computer and start playing games.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Who's
no
not
way to have
mowing 5 acres of grass?
yeah. No, and, um, I'm like, maybe when he retires and he has nothing else to do, yeah, but not right now in this moment in time, and I'm sure as hell being pretty much a single wife and a single mom that's married, but that's how I live my life. Um, fully committed though.
Important distinction.
Yeah,
But you are just alone a lot.
I'm
It's the reality.
yes.
Yeah.
I sure as hell am not mowing the lawn. I'm not taking care of the acreages that
The
we would
estate.
have. Yeah, I'm not taking care of the estate. No, no, no.
No.
And so, yeah, we came across a final home. It wasn't even on our list. It just so happened to be the neighborhood that our realtor and her husband live in. And they're like, hey, like, do you want to check this out? Like, we love our community. It's super
Mhm.
close to everything. And so we went, fell in love, put in an offer the next day, and started a little bidding war for a few hours. We had 4 days to get this done because my husband was about to leave again
Yeah.
for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And so I was like, this needs to be done by Sunday night.
Yeah.
And if not Sunday, before 6 a.m. Monday morning.
Mhm.
We got the call and message right before then. And wow, I
It
was
was
like,
fate.
okay, I have full permission to sign our life away and write out some checks. And yeah,
Yeah. I Garrett is so excited too for your house. I was showing him the listing and he's like, "Oh, they can get a boat and they can get," I was like, all these
yes,
like, "Yeah, we're doing it. We're getting a boat."
you're coming out. Yep. Yes. There's a golf course on our
Oh,
in our community. Yeah. I don't know how it says 12 holes. Is that a lot? I don't think.
that's a normal golf course.
Okay.
No,
I know
18.
nothing.
18.
Yeah. I know nothing.
I think they
But
call those executive courses with if they're less than 18, because
yeah.
like, an executive could play it on their lunch break.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe that's just 9, because a normal course is 18. I don't
Yeah.
know. Men of golf, drop us in the chat.
We'll need to get a golf cart because when we were
Mm,
walking around the community, there were people just like zooming around on their golf carts. And that's always been like a little flex and goal in the back of my head. Like, I want to live in a community where I just like drive my golf cart over to someone else's house or to another,
or to, like, the
like,
gym or the
yeah,
pool or, like,
exactly.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole wellness center. There's a whole like private marina for the community
Yeah.
where we can walk the trails along the lake. We can dock a boat, launch our kayaks.
No, you're so set up there, and
Yes.
you know what I bet your community does? I'm just
What?
speculating. I bet you, because my parents' community does this, for 4th of July, a golf cart parade where you decorate your golf cart and you go on a parade.
Cute.
I'm gonna bet your community does that.
Oh, probably. Yeah. They were telling us that holidays are a big deal in the community. I'm
Mm,
like, perfect. I'm ready.
you love a holiday.
I love a holiday.
Love
Anywho,
it. Well,
that's
fingers
the
crossed
exciting
everything goes
news.
well. Yeah. You know what's
Fingers
funny?
crossed.
It's I have a similar story of men not believing us in our home struggles. So we have a series every year. We kind of do a little bit to our house. And
Hmm.
this summer I had always planned to do my kids' bathrooms. My kids have a massive bathroom that is almost probably double the size of our bathroom.
It's like the size of someone could live in it. It's a
Yeah.
room.
It's huge. When we saw the photos, the listing photos for about the house, we assumed it was like the primary bathroom. but
Yeah.
it's not, and it's shared between the 2 kids' rooms and then a guest room,
My
and we
room.
have guests at our Ava's room, essentially. We have either Ava and or my parents or, like, our friends Alex and Taylor, like, at least someone, at least I'm gonna speculate 2 weekends a month, so it's a pretty poppin' bathroom,
Yeah.
and beyond that, we had a slab leak, like, a year ago, and we didn't wanna repipe the whole house. We've been slowly repiping as we've done work throughout the house, but so we told them, "Just run a line through the other line," which in theory was good, and they did warn us that this would happen, but because you're now putting a pipe in another pipe, the, like, space that the water has to travel is smaller. So we get almost no cold water pressure in that bathroom. If you flush the
Yeah.
toilet, you cannot turn the sink on, and there's 2 vanities.
No.
Also last year, we were having problems with the sink, one of the sinks draining, so we called a rooter out, and he was like, "Yeah, the tree roots in this drain line are so thick, my tool can't cut it, like, you need to replace
Oh
the
my
line."
gosh.
So it just, like, kinda drips. If the kids brush their
Yeah.
teeth, it fills up halfway in and just, like, over the course of the morning slowly drips out.
Yeah.
The other sink worked okay. Well, the other sink a couple weeks, so Garrett had been trying to convince me, like, "Oh, let's wait another year." Like, Wyatt, I had promised Wyatt, I was like, "You're gonna get your own bathroom." Like, she's, growing up and she's a big girl now and about to be in the double digits. And I was like, she needs her own space, you know? And so we were gonna
She
give
does.
her an ensuite and then Everett would share with off the hallway with the guest room. And so I was like, "No, I already promised Wyatt we're doing her bathroom this year, like, it's been a thing, we've talked about it for almost a year, like, this is what's happening this summer." He's like, "I think we can wait another year." And I'm like, "No, like, there's
No.
no water pressure, this sink won't drain, like, we have basically 1 working sink." Well, what happens a couple weeks ago? The other sink starts leaking, and so we have to turn the water off to the sink. So now there's 1 sink that won't drain, the water pressure to shit, and so he calls me, like, one day because he works from home, and that's, like, he works in the guest room, and so he's using that bathroom a lot. He's like, "Yeah, we really gotta redo the bathroom." I'm like, "I think I've been telling you about that for about a year, but, I'm glad
They
you
just
had the idea."
yeah, they just have to experience it and live through the trenches of it on their own. And
Yeah,
then it'll become realization, you know?
yeah. I'm glad you finally realized you came to terms with reality is really what happened.
Came to terms with reality. I think we just segue.
I told Ava I'm cutting us off at an hour 30 today,
Yes.
so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Our our main topic.
Let's do it. Great
Let's
segue.
do it. Great segue. Whoop.
Whoop.
Going right into it. So, we are going to be talking about meetings, micromanagers, and mental health. Because even after a life changing announcement, your inbox still waits for updates by end of day. And I feel like we fully
I'm
experienced
the
that.
inbox.
Uh, yeah, in our inboxes the last few weeks.
Oh, yes.
It's been popping.
The people
People,
have things to say.
they have things to say. They want answers right away.
They do.
And they get them.
It was funny. I feel like I'll share this.
Share it. What
If you
is
don't
it?
like it, you can cut it. So we had a member reach out asking for a Zoom meeting with me, and I was just like, I'm on Zoom meetings all day. And so I gave her some times, and then she didn't respond. And a few days later, I saw her like walking to the studio to take my class, and I didn't see her sign up in advance. And I was like, great. And you know what? We knocked out the conversation
It did
in
not need to be a
in
meeting.
30 seconds in the studio.
Yeah,
And honestly, thank you. And face-to-face conversations are so much better. And it was a simple
so
request
much.
to change one class, and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem, not a big deal. We'll do it."
Yes.
So, this is why meetings are sometimes not im necessary.
Yeah, not necessary. It can be a conversation or an email or, you
Chat.
know, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Call them.
Except at the studios.
except at the studios. Every now and then I'll give someone a call because
No,
it
you do, but it's just like, don't
seems
call and
as
ask
though
the front desk
no,
team
no, too. No,
for things.
don't,
They
don't
have a
call
specific
them.
job. If you have feedback, then you email it, and sometimes
Email
it's
it.
an email response, and sometimes we follow it up with a phone call, depends on the content, but
Yeah, depends on the context. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there was just a strain of like a week and a half of just like every single day. It was something. I was like, we were both being punched by these people every single day. I was like, whoa, one
yeah.
from the left corner. Whoa, one from that corner. Whoa.
I'm pretty tough, and so
You
when
are.
our last training and technique manager stepped down from her role but stayed on as teacher, we love her, um, I was in one way super excited for this one specific part of her job that I love doing, which is the schedule. The schedule is like the game of ultimate human Tetris, and it's figuring out 20 plus instructors, availability over 2 studios combined with the times that work for members, combined with the formats they're trained to teach in, and it is like the ultimate puzzle for me, and it brings me so much fulfillment and joy doing it. And so I was like so proud of this schedule. I was like in my mind thinking, okay, I'm going to get teachers to only teach to the extent I can 2 formats per day. I'm going to try to stack formats and then put other ones at the end so there's less equipment changes. Like there was so much thought that went into this schedule and I was so proud of it. It was like my first full quarter of scheduling after she left. Yeah, it didn't go well.
No,
No.
it did not. On paper, from a business standpoint, beautiful,
Yeah.
lovely. I looked at it and I was like, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
However, we cannot make sense to people. It's hard to please everyone when you're, and that's one thing when you're in a business where you have clients and a member base of some sort, you're not going to please all of them. And this is what drained me and like what it, the schedule on its own, the teacher schedule, trying to appease everyone, it will cause any lead teacher or whoever's in that position to do that job to quit.
Yeah, it's on the amount of hours I spent on it, and I actually enjoyed
Mhm.
the process of doing it. Like it was literally figuring out a big puzzle to me, 2 big puzzles
Yeah,
really. I enjoyed doing it, and then pretty quickly after we posted, I think it was the May schedule,
very quickly.
we got like from both studios, we got multiple emails of like requests and complaints and all this stuff and like this format change and whatever. And in my brain, and it's hard to articulate it to people that don't understand it,
Mhm.
there's a reason it changed, and it changed for a reason that makes sense from a business standpoint. Now, that doesn't always mean it makes sense from a client standpoint. Like I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But I was so proud of like figuring out this massive game of Tetris and like
Yeah.
to get I think after there. That's just your sister. She's home. I know. Very concerning.
Pepper's proud of it.
Yeah, she's barking at the haters. Um, I think after the 4th email came through, it was the 4th on the schedule, I literally texted Ava and our lead teacher, and I was like, "I'm about to cry right now. Like, I feel like I can't please anyone. I failed. Like,
Mhm.
this schedule makes so much sense for so many reasons that people don't understand, and
Mhm.
at the end of the day, like, I have to deal with it because this is a customer service industry." I was like, "But I'm
Yeah.
frankly done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I would the last couple of weeks because of how my day job runs on a fiscal year from July to June. It's our business planning timelines. I'm under a ton of deadlines. I wanted to get the schedule done early, which I did. Super proud of that. For the whole summer, we planned out, I literally scheduled it all through August. And the amount of hours and brain power that was spent in that to get like immediate complaints of like, I wanted this format at this time. And I was like, but it doesn't make sense for this reason, but I can't explain it to you because you're a client. And like, I can't like explain. to you in a way that makes it make sense and makes it feel good for you about why it makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm trying to keep in mind, like, my teachers getting burned out of having to memorize 3 hours of choreo and a 3-hour block of, like, different choreo and, like, different class times,
Yeah.
like, in this one.
While they have, like, full-time jobs, while
Yes, and that's the
they
other
have
thing.
families, children,
They
like
have none of this is anyone's full-time job for the most part.
no.
There's a couple one-off exceptions, and we love
Mhm.
them, and they are usually able to take on, like, a more complex teaching schedule. But at the same time, like, I want my teachers to be happy and feel fulfilled, and, like, I
Yeah.
know as a teacher, teaching 3 different formats back to back is a lot in the brain. Like, I cannot physically do it, so when I do have to do it, I am in the privileged position of being able to change one of the class formats, and I do because or I get one of them covered because, like, 2 is my max. Like, that is just all my brain can handle, and that
Yeah.
I know there's teachers like yourself or like others that are teaching, like, 3 to 4 different formats a day, and, like, I just can't do that. But whether or not you have a different job outside of this, like, people's brains work differently, and I have to accommodate my teachers too, like, because if there's no teachers, there's no classes. So,
Exactly.
it is what it is. So, there's so many different things I'm, like, meshing together with that I can't necessarily explain to clients, and so you kind of have to, like, take another look, and one of the suggestions actually did make sense, and we, like, were able to weave it in, and one of them was naturally gonna happen anyway because of a teacher change and a format change that that teacher was, like, able to teach, whatever, but it was just, like it was a lot in, like, a 3-day period of, like, being really proud of this human Tetris game I played in my brain, and then I coming up
Yeah.
on a work deadline, I was done.
Yeah.
So I tapped Ava and Jules in.
Yes. I took a lovely hiatus from the schedule because it got to a point where I was not well. And plus, like, you can't do any other aspect of the job fully if you're doing the schedule. Because that is, like you said, it takes up so many hours and people don't understand that. And I've had to have those conversations with members too because they're like, "Can you tell me why this changed? Like, it seems like you don't care and you're just" I'm like, "You don't understand how much care goes into this. Hours upon hours, days,
Taking in
weeks."
to other people's prior feedback, like other clients, like,
Yes.
we're trying to accommodate as many people as we can. What I will say is we got a Yelp review the other day, and when it was great, and one of the things that I loved that she said, obviously, of course, the staff shout outs, which were lovely, was that she appreciated that we do change formats pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And we don't just change formats to change formats. We change formats because there is a teacher availability
A
change.
teacher. Yeah.
There is some other logistical change of, like, trying to change out 4 different pieces, like, sets of equipment in a 10-minute block of time. Like, there are other reasons we're changing formats. It's not just like, "Oh, we think this one will be here, this one will be there." Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she does appreciate it because she can only come
That's
this
so
one time a
nice.
day, and she gets to, like, every month or whenever it happens, like, cycle through different formats. So, thank you
Thank you,
for that
person.
feedback, Sheila. I'll say her name.
Shout out.
Shout out. Thank you.
Um, but yeah, your inbox does not
I
stop
don't
even
yes,
with
that was it. Yeah, that's it.
yes, and, yeah, we got hit with
We got hit
a
with a
lot
lot.
once. I'm like, "Don't they know I'm pregnant? Don't they know we're pregnant?
We're pregnant. We're having a baby over here.
We're having a baby over here. Leave me alone." We're tired. We're doing our best. Um, but yeah, why are we still in so many meetings, though?
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
I think the meeting thing was a response to COVID because I look back at
Yes.
my corporate life pre-COVID, and I was hardly in this many meetings. Like, and I will say my current job's a lot better than my old one was about meetings, but I think back and we were doing the same job that we were post-COVID.
Mhm.
But because we could only talk to each other over the phone versus like before everything was in person,
Yeah.
during COVID, it became much more required to have meetings. And then that just never ended. And so I
Right.
remember there was times a meeting would be scheduled with people that were like physically in the same office as me, but it would be like a Teams meeting. And I'm like,
Mm.
just come ask me a question. Like, you don't need to like, people got so used, whether if, especially if they were in the office, the laziness of not wanting to get up and just like, oh, I'm going to schedule something on their calendar and have a chat. I'm like, you're 3 doors down from me. Why are, like,
Yeah.
just come ask. This question could have been answered in 2 minutes. Just come talk to me. But then our calendars get so stacked up with meetings because everyone's, this has to be a meeting, this has to be a meeting. I'm like, really? Like, does it have to be a meeting or could you put this in an email?
No.
I get
It could
there's
be an email.
relationships built during meetings, but
Mhm.
not everything has to be a meeting. I think when we like overdo our calendars with meetings, you're missing out on the opportunity to do your actual job because no work actually gets done in meetings. Work becomes required as a product of the meetings. So you're not actually getting your actual work done. And that means you're doing it in other times. And if you're like I was at my last company in hours and meetings like 7+ hours a day, that means I'm working at night or weekends, which
Right.
my current job is a non-negotiable for me. And so I'm super happy that my current company is not meeting heavy. But so you're not able to do your actual job and you're also cutting down your availability for like in-person human connection with people that might happen at like the water cooler or like just come up into my office and ask me a question for 2 seconds rather than blocking my calendar for a 30-minute meeting that becomes unnecessary. So,
Right.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore, but I feel like that is my tangent on meetings.
Yeah, just like meetings should have been emails. And I think there was a point with specifically the studios. We were having monthly team meetings on Zoom,
Yeah.
like every single month. And now we've just reverted. I'd send weekly team emails that have now just, they used to be very elaborate and it'd take me a lot of time. And then Katie was like, just make it simple, clean, simple. No one's reading it. I'm like, yeah, I know. No one's reading
Just
it.
put like I literally told her I was like she was putting so much time. They were like in Canva and they were like
Yeah.
these really cute prompts and stuff. And I was like, just put the basics, like the essentials of what they need to know, throw it in a
Yeah.
chat GPT. It'll organize it for you in a way that's like viewer friendly, easy to read, easy to consume. Has that
Right.
worked?
I think so. I mean,
Has it
I don't,
decreased the amount of time you spend on them?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it has, which is nice. It's always, I always do it. I try to do it Mondays, but it's always like the last thing I do of the day. And then, um, but yeah, it's definitely helped. I know not all the team is reading it. Um, but hopefully it's helped just to be a clean visual of like, this is what's going on. This is what you look forward to. I don't need to put every single week our membership offers. You should know that already.
Yeah, it's the same
So,
the whole month until close out.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we've kind of debriefed everything and made it into something simple, something easy to read. Cause I'm the same way too as an employee. If I'm sent something that's like way too long, I'm like, way too long, can't read. Sorry.
No, I think there was some study that's like you have 10-ish seconds to like capture
Yes.
someone's attention. If
Yeah.
something takes them longer than like 30 seconds to read, they're not reading it.
Which I feel bad because n since we're on the topic of micromanaging and, like,
You're
that
a
I've
micromanager.
I feel like I am.
You are.
I
I'm
am.
here to tell you this is your intervention.
It is my intervention. I'm so sorry, team, but it's so hard because I'm so far away from them that and I'm such a control freak, but I feel like I do it in a very kind manner.
No, you're not a mean one by any means. You're very kind about it. I think that you're leaning in and doing things that you don't need to do that
Yeah.
they should be doing.
Mhm. Mhm.
like telling them when it's someone's 100th class. They should be able to check the
Yes.
schedule themselves and see that. Like, that's not, you shouldn't need
Yes.
to be reminding them to do that.
Yeah. I think it's just, things slip through the cracks. I know what it's like being at that desk, especially at one specific studio that's a little bit busier. People are coming in, people are coming out. So people sign up last minute and then you realize, oh no, that was someone's whatever class.
Then you catch it on the next one.
Yes, but then what I hate is when it's always the wrong person that we miss because they
Yeah.
will send a message about it. And so yeah, I feel like I'm traumatized by the emails, by the inbox. But I like looking at what micromanagement looks like is the constant check-ins, which I feel like I do with my team a lot, but it's mainly because I'm far away. I'm not in studio. And so I'm just checking in like, "Hey, how are you? How's everything going? How's the morning? How's the evening? Like, how can I help you?"
Yeah.
That type of thing. I don't want them to feel like because I've been in this situation before that I don't care and that the fact that I live far away and I'm not in the studio all the time, that I don't care about them. I don't care about what's going on. And so I think I go overboard in being so accessible, being like so like I guess nitpicky with the tiny details of things because I just want everything to go smoothly and I just want the studio to keep running smoothly. And I feel like the more detail oriented we are, the better things will run as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe it is. I trust our team, but at the same time, I've been around this for so long now that, you know, people
I
will
think that what
fail
you
you.
should do, I know, but I also think it can, not just with you, but just in general, come across as like a lack of trust almost. And so I
Yeah.
think that picking certain people that are more tenured, have been with us for a while, shouldn't need this kind of prompting as a good like test of like, yeah, maybe I still need to operate that way with this person, but with
Yeah.
this person, I can give them a little more leeway and let them come to me if they have questions and
Right.
not like prompt them as much. You know what I mean?
Right. Opal having quite the dreams. Um, but like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I just need to step back a little bit.
Well, like
I'm
that
not.
the one day you took off last week to look at houses,
Yes.
kind of, you
It was
still,
beautiful because the studio is closed.
well, one of the studios was closed. So
It was a great day. I was like, I have this, the stars are aligning, our busiest studio's closed. I have like this one day of my husband's full attention, basically.
it worked out.
Everything's aligned.
But the other studio was fine. It operated.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that one's
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, um, but how it can impact mental health too. So why unpredictability and over monitoring are so draining. It's draining for sure.
Well, it's draining for you, but it could also be perceived as being draining for the people that you're
Yes.
micromanaging, right? They're like,
Yeah.
I got this. Like, she doesn't have to remind me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And again, I'm
Yeah.
not saying
That's
anyone,
true.
no one has told me that they feel like this with you. I'm just
They
saying,
better not.
as someone who was micromanaged before
Yeah.
outside of Pure Bar, like I can see it was like, no, I got this. I'll come to you if I have questions.
Right.
And that's where it came across. And this was like a much more high stakes thing because it was like my actual career versus like these are part-time jobs for people that they're fine.
Yeah.
But just as like for other people listening, like it can come across as like my boss doesn't trust me. What am I doing wrong? She has to always like
Check in.
micromanage and check in on every single part of my day.
Mhm.
That's how it can come across to others. Again, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
anyone that works for you feels like that because I
They
don't know
better
that.
not.
They better.
They better
They're
not.
They probably thumbs up your text if they do.
Oh my god, someone thumbs up it yesterday.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. We get a lot of thumbs up. Maybe they are, like, secretly listening and know that it's a middle finger, and that's their way of, like,
Or maybe
releasing
it's not
rage
anymore and
on
we
me.
could be, or maybe like it's changed and it's not a middle finger anymore and we're just not in the know. Who knows?
I refuse to see otherwise. It's the middle finger.
It's yeah, it's not loving. It's not from the heart.
It's not loving. Yeah. It's not from the heart,
It's like cool,
literally.
cool.
Yeah. Like, cool.
You hate me.
Yeah, like, that's the biggest F you could give someone is
That's what Ava and I
a
do to
thumbs
each
up.
other when we're trying to annoy each other or we're legitimately mad at each other.
Yeah.
So I know if Ava's mad at me, it's a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up. Yeah.
Bad day.
It's a
What oh,
bad
the
day
other
for
day, we
everyone.
were in a group chat, and I accidentally, like, went to respond to one of the texts, like, the emojis pop up and you pick one of the things,
Yeah.
and I accidentally hit the thumbs up, and I immediately went in and changed it to a heart, and then I posted, I was like, "Apologies for the accidental, like, fuck you," but I don't think she had seen it, so then I had to explain, like, "I accidentally thumbs up your text, I'm so sorry," like, this is the neuroticness that it causes of, like,
It does. Yeah. No, I
don't
would've
thumbs up a message.
busted up in tears because I was
You
feeling
were.
I was feeling myself that day, feeling
Yeah.
all the emotions. But how can one protect themselves with time and peace? Practical advice. I think you've given some great advice on this. Just kind of push back on the unnecessary meetings, um,
Calendar blocking.
calendar blocking. That's something you have spoken a lot about within your day to day and within your corporate job too. It's just like calendar blocking. Um, know when it's cultural versus fixable. Ooh,
Oh.
that's a good one. Um,
Like, when do you need to have the meeting versus, like, when you
yeah,
cannot?
right.
Right.
Yeah, just knowing
Find those moments.
time. Yeah, the right times. Um, any extra wisdom on this, my friend?
I don't have a ton. I would just say, like, meetings are not always necessary. Don't be afraid to speak your mind when they are.
Mhm.
Micromanaging your employees can lead to them feeling not trusted. But also, if you have to micromanage, this is actually why someone, I don't know if I should say this, but like, he's probably not listening. My husband had to let someone go is because, like, this person is the type of person that constantly needed to be micromanaged, and after so many years of working
Mhm.
for my husband, it was like, I just at this point in your career, you should not need this much handholding in your day-to-day job, like, it's not working. I
Correct.
I don't have the time for it. I'm doing a million other things. I'm managing all these
Mhm.
client relationships. And like, if I have to handhold you through your job every single day, like, there are some people that are not meant to be remote employees. This person wasn't one of them because they needed someone that was constantly going to be on them. And that's just not the
Yeah.
environment that my husband's company operates in. And so it's not possible for some people, but it's required of some people. Now, if it's
Mhm.
not required of people, but you're doing it, that's when it can be a problem for them of
Yeah.
like, I don't need to be micromanaged and you don't trust me because you're feeling like you have to micromanage me and you're not giving me feedback about why you need to micromanage me or like why you feel that. That's that. And mental health, like, protect it. Meetings, they take up too much time.
Mhm.
Most of the time, they're probably unnecessary. And all you're getting out of it is more work. So if it's not something that can be solved, an email or in a quick chat, pick up the phone, call someone, sure, schedule the meeting. I think meetings are most important for like group think work. And I actually think group think has like a bad connotation, but you know what I'm trying to say? I was like, minds coming together to brainstorm to find a solution to something. If it's something that's
Yeah.
like a yes or no question, like, that is self-explanatory. It doesn't need to be a meeting. And let's free up other people's time. Let's free up your time. Let's free up your mental sanity of like being able to get your actual job done in your day to day versus like having to have that push into your personal hours or weekends because you're bogged down by meetings.
Amen.
That's all I got. And now, do
Preach.
you have anything?
No, I'm just, coming to terms that I'm a micromanager.
Micromanager?
Well, yeah, as we were like going through, I'm like, is this me? I don't know. Maybe. But I was like creating like excuses like, but, you know,
Yeah. Well, maybe just do some reflection. I mean, like, where can I start to pull away a bit?
yes,
Because let's be real, you're going to be going out on maternity leave.
yes,
And I'm not micromanaging these folks. So we need to build them into self starters of their job.
true. They all do a fantastic
No,
job.
they do. They're perfectly capable. And I know
Yeah,
I know it's everything you said of like you feeling disconnected because you're remote and like wanting to make
yeah,
sure they feel supported and all of these things. Like it comes from
yeah,
100% a good place. It's not because we don't trust them or we don't think they're capable or they wouldn't be working for us.
yeah,
Uh, so it's just finding that way to like massage it into how you're working with them over the next few months before you go out.
yeah, true, true.
So
Cute.
that's it on the main topic. We desperately, in the 7 minutes we have left, because I'm putting a timer on us, need to talk about Rhode Island.
The
The
okay,
chef's
top
kiss
tier,
of
chef's
Bravo.
kiss. It's maybe just as good as when Salt Lake City came out.
It's better. It's better.
The woman that they've chosen, I mean, Alicia, she is my favorite.
Alicia,
I love her so much.
whoever found her and hired her needs an immediate promotion at Bravo.
Immediately promoted,
Head
like,
of the network, like
yeah.
just 10 out of 10. This
10 out
woman
of 10.
is they're all fantastic. There is not one person on the cast. Rosie's kind of meh, but
Yeah.
like there's
She
not
stirs things up, so
she stirs things up. If she
yeah,
stops that, she's gonna have a problem because the other ones have such wild
correct.
backstories or like
Yes.
obviously Ashley Iconetti or whatever her name is a crier, so she's
Mhm.
always gonna have a place. But like
Yes.
Alicia, Liz,
Joellen,
Kelsey, Joellen, like Kelsey's got her multiple boyfriends and
amazing.
Joellen's top tier, like
Top tier. She's not afraid.
fantastic. Rula is forgettable, but her
But the
husband brings the
husband of
drama.
it all. Yes,
Yeah.
the husband of it all. I was dying. Did you see Sunday night's episode
Yes.
with Rula and Joellen's conversation? And Rula's like, he's going to the gym every morning. And she's like, does he look like he's going to the gym?
Yeah. Does he look like someone that goes to the gym?
Gym.
No.
It's so great.
I
It
really need someone to get his alleged mistress on a podcast because
truly.
either she has legitimate inside information where she knows where he's going to be when, and she's posting old photos to make it seem like they're together to stir up drama, or he's really still cheating on her. I suspect the latter because he was just arrested the other day or like had charges brought
Yes.
against him for putting listening devices in his wife's car or something. So, not a great guy. I'm not giving him the benefit of any
Insane.
doubt.
Insane. I would immediately leave my husband if I found that in my car.
And isn't
Like,
he a foot
excuse you.
doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, immediate red flag. If you like
Immediate,
feet,
yeah.
red flag.
Red flag. Gross.
So, we don't touch feet around here. Yeah,
Mm,
no, they're for sure next on the divorce docket. I
yes.
hope and pray.
But their lives and their personalities, it's just, it's
The
beautiful.
the way they say words, the accents,
The
like,
whole,
but he is, nah.
but he
Like,
is, ma.
I can't. It's too good. It is
Yeah.
top tier. I had no idea Liz and Dolores were different people. for like
They're
the
the
first half
exact
of the
same person.
episode. They're the same person, and I love Dolores.
Yes,
And it is honestly one of the best works of art television has seen in the last decade. It
it's
is
great.
so good.
Bravo, bravo.
If you are not watching it, I don't know what
This is
has
your
plagued
sign.
you, but this is your sign to watch it. It is, I can't say enough good things.
Yes,
I can't.
every woman on there, love you. Alicia, you're what I aspire to be.
Like the way she casually dropped, she ran over a woman once, and like this, like
Yeah,
all these car crashes. And yeah, I ran over a woman, so I can't drive a car.
yeah.
The producer's like, "Wait, you ran over a woman?" She's like, "Yeah, I ran over a woman.
It's like, oh yeah, she's fine.
She's fine."
She's
It's
fine.
just, it's the delivery without
Yeah.
trying. Like
What is
they're
it that they eat the pizza crackers?
piece of chips.
Pizza chips.
Yeah,
It's just
pizza bread with sauce.
yeah, it's what I eat.
Yeah, basically, no cheese.
No cheese.
Yeah,
Pizza chips. Who would have thunk?
it is so good. I am dying
Amazing.
now to see. So it's not like one of the best women on the show, but like Kelsey and her boyfriend. So her boyfriend, I'm
Yes.
weirdly attached to
Are
because
you? How
not in
so?
a real way,
Oh,
but
okay.
um, his
Which one?
legend, the mysterious one, the one that's never
Okay.
shown, the one whose house she lives in.
Yes.
So his dad is allegedly this like judge on Instagram that's like the
Mm,
nice judge, and he's like, it's like Frank something. Like just Google nice judge on Instagram, you'll find him. And he's like
okay.
this little old guy, and he like is just people like hope and pray to get into his courtroom, and they film everything, and it's like a whole thing.
He's like the Judge Judy.
Yeah, but he's nice, and he, like,
How
feels bad
cute.
for people, and he, like, gives you yeah, like, he's, like, very sweet, like and I had seen his videos for years of, like, watching it, and then I obviously did a deep dive of trying to figure out who this mysterious boyfriend was that lets her live in, like, a 16,000 square foot house by herself half
By
the year
herself.
because he's down in Miami with another girlfriend the other half of the year.
I could never be me.
Could never.
No.
Honestly, though,
No, you could never.
after today, living half the year without my husband sounds like a dream, but not if he
Done
was with
it.
someone else.
No, I've done it. No, he wasn't with anyone else, but I've
Yeah.
lived almost half of a year without my husband, and
I could
it's
send
quite
him
terrible.
to 29 Palms with Cody for, like, a
Yeah.
month. I feel like that would be good. Honestly not, I don't even sleep well alone. Anyway, we're digressing. But so I started doing digging of, like, who it was, and everyone's speculating that's her boyfriend and that's his dad,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my god, I know him, obviously, we're besties." No, I've just watched all of his videos on YouTube, or
Oh my
Instagram.
gosh.
Um, but yeah, it's I can't I'm interested to see what happens with that because the people of the internet figured out, at least allegedly, that it's
Who
this
he is.
guy. He
Yeah.
has children that are a couple years younger than her.
Right.
And, I guess some media outlets like reached out to them and like, oh, you're just gonna have to see how it plays out on the show. And it's just interesting to see like what's gonna happen after how she's portrayed their relationship and how she feels about it. And then like they've never had a conversation about allegedly about her being able to date other men, but he dates other women. And so now she's like dating this guy in the show.
Yeah, boyfriend number 2 is very, like, present in the show.
Yeah. But like living in this other guy's house, like it's so messy. I love it so much.
It's so messy, and I feel like they did split up, and she got kicked out, and she's having to
Do hair.
live in the world. Yeah, she's gonna have to do hair and live in the real world and have to not have a housekeeper.
Yeah. Can you imagine like going straight from like college or like living with your parents, never having a real job into like a 10-year relationship with a sugar daddy and then getting the boot and then like you're basically starting as like a young adult all over again, but you're in your 30s and you're not
Awful.
hireable because you have no skill set built over the last 10 years.
I mean, I don't have a sugar daddy, and that's how I live my life. It's just, like,
You've been
assuming
working
the
though.
worst. Yes, but that's what's prompted me to keep working is I can't assume, like I just have a fear that he will pass away, which is not funny, but it's just, like, a fear, and so I have to, like and plus, I can't his line of work, that's something that could happen. And so I have to live my life as though it could take a quick like flip and switch in a matter of like seconds or a day. So this took a dark turn.
In a lighter note, Ava and I and our sisters, Jamie and Amy, did plan out in our group chat today how I'm spending Garrett's life insurance money. So,
Yes,
did you do you have a you need to get a life insurance
we
policy if you
do.
don't have
Yes.
one. Okay.
We did chat because we're going through a big purchase um of what actually happens to me. We had this conversation before he started another job, before he had this one, of what would happen if he were to,
Well,
you
obviously
know,
you move in with me. It's
go
just
see
not
his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But
you would move in with me. It's not even a question.
yeah, I would definitely have to move back to California. It wouldn't make sense for me to be out here if that were the case. It's not gonna happen, knock on wood. My
Well,
husband
how
is
did we get here?
I don't know, we took a dark turn.
You took a dark turn. I
That's
feel
what I
like that
like to
means
do.
we need to be done.
That's what I like to do over here. I like to take sweet moments and turn it real dark.
So, Real
Bring us to
Housewives of Rhode
reality.
Island, 10 out of 10.
Top tier.
Top tier. No
No
notes.
notes.
No notes.
You girls
Watch
are
it.
chef's kiss. I would love to have your accent and just like have a quacka with you.
Quacka.
A quacka.
Yep. Who
She's a fucking
knew?
whore,
Fucking whore. But she is, ma.
but she is ma. Like,
Can't. It's too
so
good.
cool. It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Well,
Well, that's our program.
that's our program for we're gonna do this again in the near
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. We'll program at night. I actually prefer to film these in the mornings because
Yeah,
I have more energy.
yeah.
But
I
my parent
shockingly get like a second wind.
I get a
Um,
second one once we're filming, but I'm so
yeah,
drained at the end of the day that like the last thing I want to do is go sit in front of my computer for 2 hours, even though I love you so much and our fans, obviously. But I have like loved the morning episodes we've done. We tried to coordinate one this past weekend, just the timing didn't work. This weekend, my
no,
parents are in town and staying with us, and we've got like a whole agenda of kid events and things, so it's not going to
fun,
work. But we'll try for another evening next week.
cute.
Yeah.
I'll be around.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, everyone. We will see you soon. I won't say next week 'cause I don't know, but we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Toodles.